Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Monday, September 29, 2014. This is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I am Taylor Kennedy. Today's top stories. In campus news, students living on the second floor in Heritage Hall are experiencing water damage.
Water damage is already plaguing the new mammoth-sized residence hall Heritage. About a week ago, residents on the second floor alerted residential leader Megan Tom Jack Reynolds of two large bubbles forming on the ceiling. The paint has a sticky feeling, and I think that's what causes it to hold the water, says Reynolds. Dripping water from leaky pipes located between the second and third floor ceiling collects in the paint, creating a bubble. And what starts as a small hole can grow in size as the damage spreads. Reynolds also discovered similar bubbles forming on her bathroom ceiling. The $25 million residence hall was completed this August and took over a year to construct, leading some residents to believe Heritage may have been built too quickly. The bird's eye view camera installed by construction company Balfour Beatty shows Heritage braved some severe weather, including the week-long ice storm of winter 2013 and several days of rain. Residents living directly under the original bubbles were unconcerned about their safety and believe the holes to be more of an eyesore. We tried to get in contact with school officials, but were unable to hear back. Heritage Hall is built on 1.5 acres east of Legacy Hall and north of the Thompson Student Center at the corner of Jones and Lillian.
In local news, this past weekend, Stephenville hosted final event to Rodeo Heritage Week. The 45th annual Cowboy Capital of the World PRCA Rodeo was held at Lone Star Arena. Performed concerts by Zach Edwards and Jake Hooker and the Outsiders took part during the event. The crowning of the new Cowboy Capital of the World royalty also took place. Announcing Miss Kara Baker is royalty, followed by the Miss Cowboy Capital of the World Teen Lauren Bailey and Princess Shanna Starnes. Kara Baker quotes, "I hope to set a positive example of rodeo and all those involved while representing that has been my home. It is an honor to have been awarded title, and I hope the rodeo community proud. I can't wait to see what this year has in store for me and other girls and I will be serving with." And now today's Texas, national, international news followed from the Associated Press. In Texas news, North Texas Community College brought in counselors to comfort grieving students Saturday. Athletic competitions were canceled after 4 women's softball players were killed when an 18-wheel veered into oncoming traffic on Interstate 35 near Davis, Oklahoma, and crashed into the side of their team bus. The bus late Friday left badly damaged on the driver's side of the team bus that was driven by the coach with 15 players aboard. The softball team was returning after a scrimmage against the Southern Nazarene University in Bethany, Oklahoma. In addition to the deaths, 2 team members remained in the hospital on Saturday, with 1 in critical condition. The 4 players killed were identified by the Oklahoma Highway Patrol as Megan Richardson, 19, Brooke Deckard, 20, Caitlin Woodley, 18, and Jaden Pelton, 20. The women all were from small North Texas towns near the campus. It's not clear why the northbound 18-wheel tractor-trailer lurched across the median into the southbound lanes. Police say that they would investigate the accident as if it were a homicide. Highway Patrol identified the driver as Russell Staley, 53, of Saginaw, Texas. George Brown, spokesman for the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, said there are no charges pending Saturday against Staley. A post on the North Central Texas College Facebook page reads, "We ask for prayers at this time. Our softball team. School scheduled a prayer vigil on campus for Sunday evening." Oklahoma Highway Patrol Captain Ronnie Hampton said Highway Patrol's investigation would take several weeks and would both undergo standard toxicology tests. In national news, California's Governor Jerry Brown has announced that he has signed a bill that California, the first state in the nation, to define when yes means yes, and adopt requirements for colleges to follow when investigating sexual assault reports. The legislation, labeled SB 967, says silence or lack of resistance does not constitute consent. Under the someone who is drunk, drugged, unconscious, or asleep cannot consent. SB 967 applies to all California post-secondary schools, public and private schools that receive state money for student financial aid. California State Senator said the definition of the consent under the bill an affirmative, conscious, and voluntary agreement to engage in sexual activity. There was no opposition from Republicans in the state Senate. In international news, Hong Kong police used tear gas on Sunday to try to clear of pro-democracy protesters who had gathered outside government headquarters in challenge to Beijing over its decision to restrict democratic reforms for the city. Here's the AP video. Earlier, police said that they had arrested 78 people since demonstrations started late Friday, through all but 3 were released. According to the Weather Channel, today will be sunny with a high of 84 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 64 degrees. On Tuesday, it will be mostly sunny with a high of 89 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 67 degrees. This has been a production of Texan News, a product of Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Tune in to Northland Cable, Channel 9 on weekdays at 12:30 for each day's top stories and Wednesdays at 1 for the week's top stories in Spanish. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest state, local, national, and international news, as well as all of your entertainment and sports updates and live stream of Texan News Today. Today's broadcast was produced by Alejandra Araguin, Hillary Foreman, Dixie Taylor, and Caitlin Gass. I'm Taylor Kennedy. Have a wonderful day, Tarleton Texans.